Hello beautiful people, how's it going? I'm back with another video. I know that this video seems kind of out of place, and I will tell you, the title is dramatic, but I am breaking my silence, and I wanted to make it really unfiltered, and so I don't think I'm gonna edit this. There's a reason that I didn't upload the season finale to House of the Dragon. I filmed that reaction, and then I interviewed Clinton Liberty, who's a total sweetheart, but I decided not to upload it because I had a very positive reaction to the finale, because I always have a positive reaction to House of the Dragon. I am biased, but I just was on Twitter and I saw that George R.R. Martin made a blog post in which he essentially said, I know that I have to, so I will be speaking about everything that went wrong with House of the Dragon. And I had a few thoughts about that statement in general. I believe everybody is entitled to their opinion. I understand that George R.R. Martin is an executive producer, and I do believe that he probably has a say in everything that goes down. I do think it's funny that The Winds of Winter hasn't come out yet, but I am really disappointed with the general public and how they just kind of handled the situation with the season finale of House of the Dragon. I'm not saying it was the best season finale ever. I understand that this season was definitely slower. Would I have liked to have seen, spoiler alert, the Battle of the Gullet? Yes, I would like to have seen that. But I understand that Warner Brothers cut it down from 10 episodes to 8. And we had that information right before they started shooting. So I knew that it was going to be 8 episodes. And I had a feeling that it was going to end kind of abruptly. So maybe me knowing that softened the blow for me. But I found the finale to be fine, and I wanted to address people saying, and I really mean this, people calling the finale of House of the Dragon just as bad, if not worse, than Season 8 of Game of Thrones. I enjoyed Season 8 of Game of Thrones. I know, I did. I am really biased to this world, but I understand all of the writing errors in Season 8 of Game of Thrones. Season 7 as well. I understand that things all of a sudden got really rushed. I think that there is a kind of shift in how we consume media, and I think it's because people will now either consider something a 1 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10. There isn't an in-between. I would say the season finale of House of the Dragon is an 8 out of 10. I wouldn't say it's a 1, I wouldn't say it's a 10. The only 2 missing was a big battle or a cliffhanger moment that really made me go, oh wow, I want to see what happens next. I know, I'm biased. I already want to see what happens next, and I've read the book, so I know what happens next. But to say that it was as bad as Season 8 of Game of Thrones, I don't know, is it hyperbole? I guess not, because that's really strange to me. It doesn't really make sense. I feel like people have gotten so dramatic as the years have gone by. It's like, you know, Deadpool and Wolverine. You either rate it a 1 or you rate it a 10. There is no in between unless you're a critic or someone on social media who actually loves films and wants to talk about them in a more nuanced kind of way. If I'm being honest, if I have to rate Season 2 of House of the Dragon, I would give it an 8 out of 10. Whereas I think Season 1 would be a 9 out of 10, but some of my favorite episodes of the entire season, the series, are in Season 2. So I honestly don't compare them to one another. I just take it as one big story. I understand that people are very entitled to be upset that there maybe wasn't payoff to a bunch of buildup, and that some people claim that the finale was essentially a trailer for Season 3, which I kind of get. I kind of get that. But to say that it was as bad as Game of Thrones, and to have George R.R. Martin, who, you know, love the guy, he's given me Game of Thrones. It's all because of him. Hasn't given me The Winds of Winter, though. But for an executive producer on the show to air it out publicly feels unprofessional to me. It's just my opinion. I wouldn't do it if I was him. I would call Ryan Condal, because I know he has his number, and I know that he was the one who chose him to be like the showrunner of House of the Dragon, and I would air that out, you know, 1-to-1 instead of kind of unleashing it into the public, especially with the reception to Season 2 and how much people have been so like negative. I didn't work on House of the Dragon. I'm not involved in House of the Dragon, but it's making me feel the way I felt when season 8 aired, and it felt like it was me against the world and I was defending my little baby. But to even make that comparison, season 2 of House of the Dragon is really well written. Just because we had slow episodes that focus primarily on dialogue, which, by the way, is exactly what the first 4 seasons of Game of Thrones was doing. It just so happens that now we're living in a TikTok era, which, by the way, my TikTok down below, I do reviews on there. Sorry, I know that this is a really random plug, but I do reviews on there, and they come out at a much faster pace. I'm sorry. We're living in a TikTok era where people are kind of, so used to just action, 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 set piece, set piece, set piece, that they don't want that build-up, which is what made Game of Thrones so famous. You actually care about these characters before they're killed off. You actually care about the intricate dynamics between Arya and Jon and Sansa and Littlefinger and Varys and Daenerys and Jorah. All of these characters. It's interesting watching them go to head. My favorite scenes of season 2 were the Team Green council meetings. And yes, I do love Team Green. I also love Team Black, but I found Team Green scenes so engaging. I thought the season as a whole did so much for the development of so many characters, including Daemon at Harrenhal. Do I personally believe that it should have lasted the full season? No, hand on my heart. I don't think it should have lasted the full season. Does it make season 2 of House of the Dragon a 1 out of 10? No! It doesn't even make it a 6. It is an 8. I am very biased. Very biased. And I couldn't care less. I love you all so much. I implore you to think more logically about the stuff we're consuming. Not everything is a 10. Not everything is a 1. Doesn't make it horrible, though. Build-up is a nice thing, so that when you get your payoff, it'll be amazing. And season 3, spoiler alert, is going to start off with a really huge battle, followed by another big power move, and then I don't know where they're going to go for the rest of the season, because they've now confirmed that it's going to be 4 seasons, which honestly, season 1 was all of those time jumps, season 2 being the payoff, the build-up, and then season 3 and 4, I'm assuming 3 being the most action-heavy, and then 4 being kind of, I can't say that because spoilers, but it looks pretty good to me. I don't know, maybe I'm biased. I'm wearing a Beetlejuice shirt, going to a specific premiere this week, inshallah. I'm very excited for it. I love Michael Keaton, I love Catherine O'Hara, I love Jenna Ortega, and I love Winona Ryder. And if you guys haven't seen, I reacted to the first Beetlejuice movie. I watched it for the first time around 3 years ago, I think. You guys should check that video out. I love it so much, and I'm very excited for Beetlejuice. I know I'm all over the place. I just wanted to come here and speak totally unfiltered, totally unedited. I thought it was a great season of television. If you haven't checked out my interview with Clinton Liberty, he plays Adam of Hull in House of the Dragon Season 2. It was amazing. He is a sweetheart. And also my interview with Abu Bakr Salim, who plays Alan of Hull, which, by the way, amazing monologue at the end of season 2 in the finale. Really great stuff. You guys should check out those interviews. Some of my proudest work, and those actors are honestly just wonderful people for allowing me to do what I do and accepting me when I reached out to them. The industry is really, really difficult. So when you have people who are on the biggest show in the world right now responding to you, willing to do an interview, it means the whole world. So if you guys could support that, I would really appreciate it. This is Nasser breaking his silence. I love you all so much, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.